it's Mikey. Welcome to the farm. Glad to have y'all here with us today. Just went and turned the sprinkler off up in the garden, and be giving y'all an update on that later today. So I don't know if you can see behind me or not, and just to kind of give you an idea of how dry it is around here. None of this has been watered. Can y'all see that? That is just dry as a bone. Just brown, dark, almost looks barren and dry. And down here, this is where we've been trying to move Loretta and Nelson and the cows. And you know, it doesn't look like a whole lot, but at least it's better than nothing. So we've been trying to keep this watered, and I don't know if y'all can tell it on film or not in some areas where we've watered and haven't watered. Are you so hungry that you're gonna eat the fence? She's up here chewing on the fence. Loretta, you make me feel bad, girl. So we've been clearing off a little area for Shay and Candy, and just clearing off enough to put the fencing up, and I'll walk y'all around and take you to go look at that. Hey there, Nelson. Hi, buddy. You tell everybody hey? You're not trying to eat the fence, are you? He said no. He said no on the fence. But so y'all can see we've got the pump set up on our half-burnt pier, and we're now trying to utilize water out of the big pond since the smaller pond has gotten so low. And y'all can see even the big pond is taking a hitting, y'all. And I think the weather forecast says we're supposed to get like a 40-45% chance of rain on Thursday, a 50% chance on Friday. And I'm just hoping and praying that it's not one of those little small heat rains like we got the other day, and at least enough to get everything watered good, soaked in good, because the ground is just so dry. It looks like you water it, and if you move the dirt around a little bit, it's just still so dry up underneath. So but the cows are enjoying the grass out there. And like I told y'all, in the second pasture up by the barn, trying to get out some summer rye, walking through the sprinkler. And this feels good in the summertime. Y'all catch me playing in the sprinkler at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, so we're trying to work on getting some summer ryegrass out in the other pasture up by the barn. And like I said, I've just been staying on top of getting the sprinklers moved around and making sure that it's getting watered very well, and hopefully it'll come up good for us so we can rotate all these critters around here. So hubby's been working hard on getting this fence area up on an area behind the barn, and you know, it's not really a whole lot of grass up there, but our thought is you know, since the goats up the hill have depleted their pasture, completely depleted it, they can come down here and eat some of this underbrush, and that'll give them something to munch on. So that's what we're working on today. And hubby just came out and told me we need some more fence. It's not long enough. We need about 75 more feed of it. It's always something. Always something. I asked him the other day, come on out here. Yeah. Anybody that thinks that running a farm is simple and an easy task and not very costly. Oh my gosh. Oh. This is a huge expense and a lot of hard work. So yeah, you said that Pinball did a video. I haven't seen it yet, y'all. I've been so busy and I need to catch up on all my favorite channels that I enjoy watching. But hubby told me that Pinball did a video the other night. Yeah. That, what was it, CNN?
Yeah, CNN, and I can't remember what he said, but I think the leftist, but he said that they were calling us hoarders.
Homesteaders and preppers?
Yeah.
We're hoarders. Something like that. I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to quote Mr. Pinball verbatim here, but I will definitely be watching that video.
They don't want you to have, they said they didn't want you to have more than a week to 2 weeks worth of food. If you have more than that, then you was a hoarder.
Well,
and I'm sorry if I go to the store and buy 4 cans of string beans instead of 1 can of string beans, so I won't have to go by the store every couple days to get.
Right.
I mean.
Right. And, you know, I look at it this way. Anybody can do this. Anybody can grow your own food. I don't care if you live in an apartment, in a trailer park, in wherever. It does not matter. You can find ways to grow your own food. You can grow tomatoes and cucumbers and bell peppers in flower pots and put them on your patio or your deck outside. Stick them around in your yard areas. You don't have to plow up a garden area to grow your own food. And, you know, if you live in an apartment, you can't have chickens. Raise rabbits.
Yeah.
Rabbits can be your pet, right?
Yeah, then you got your own fertilizer and everything. You can grow food in 5-gallon buckets. I mean, you can go to like the Lowe's or even go to like Firehouse Subs and buy a used bucket. They sell the buckets there for like $3 a piece or something. Just buy one of those.
Or go by the grocery store, because we got some actual food grade buckets for free the other day that they had emptied out. You know, go by your grocery store and ask them if they have any empty used food grade buckets that they're throwing away, because they throw them away. They don't keep them once they empty them out. But
look in the bakery first, because that's where we got ours from. They was using them for like icing for cakes and stuff like that. Yeah,
all you got to do is wash them out, clean them out good, and use them for storage. So anyway, I find that interesting. And Pinball, thank you for sharing that information for us hoarders.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, unbelievable. Yeah. I guess that's just the way the world goes in our wonderful mainstream media, putting out false information for everybody. So anyway, like I said, we know the deal. We know what's going on, and that's why we're such a tight-knit community, and we all stick together because we know the truth. And that's what we're here to do, is spread the truth. And for anybody that's interested in homesteading or, you know, getting prepared for whatever to come, just to know you have enough put back for storm or emergency or anything. Right, exactly. So anyway, we're gonna head out to Tractor Supply real quick, go pick up some more fencing, and when we get back, we'll be back along with y'all and take you around and show you what we're doing and give y'all some updates. So this is what we're doing around here. And just want to make sure that they are getting everything that they need. And so we're utilizing hay for them, and they're just eating that up too. So I told y'all one of Candy's kids was trouble, right? I told y'all I was going to show y'all. We'd talk about it in another video, walking backwards. Y'all see her right there. Yeah, little critter. She getting out of the fence. Gonna get her put up and get all these babies fed up here. All ready and waiting. Girl, trouble. What are you doing? Y'all see this, right? This is just horrible. Poor babies. Yeah, it just looks like a dry, barren desert. Poor things. We got to get them moved. And, you know, giving them their feed and plenty of water and hay. Hey, Shay Shay. Hey, Shay Shay has hay. Oh, my goodness. He's a sweet baby. Y'all, Shay's been here ever since he was born. He was born here when the kids had goats years ago. So he is our last one out of that bunch. And he's just here to stay, aren't you, buddy? Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. Having a farm or a homestead and you've got dry conditions like this, then you start in the expenses because you have to come up with means to find ways to feed them. And so now we have unexpected expense and more fencing, and you just got to do what you got to do to take care of your babies and your farm. And it's not cheap, for sure, to run a homestead or a farm. And again, anybody that tries to spread lies about anyone homesteading or prepping, y'all, we just want to be prepared. And you know, like me and hubby were talking about one day, you wouldn't go on a cross-country trip without being prepared. You would make sure you have a full tank of gas, oil change, oil in your car. You're going to take proper clothing. You're going to take extra clothing in case you have cool weather, rainy weather, hot weather. You're going to take some extra cash along with you because you never know, right? In case of an emergency. So this is no different. This is no different than taking a vacation or a trip out of state or across country. You prepare, just like with everything you do in life. It's preparation. It's not hoarding, because we work for what we get. Nothing in life comes for free. And if anybody ever tries to tell you something's for free, there's a catch behind it. Nothing's for free. And if you want something, you have to work for it. You have to put in the time and effort to gain anything in life. So this area right here is the pasture area on the barn side. And I don't know if y'all can tell or not in the video. Try to get up a little bit closer without having to walk all the way up there. But y'all can see the difference between where we've where we've watered, and it's focusing on my finger, sorry y'all, where we've watered, and up here where we just haven't been able to get yet. And look how dry. It's just dry. It's horrible. And we're trying, y'all. We're trying so hard to get this, to just get to a point where it's gonna grow. y'all can see it's like nothing. So we're just trying to keep all the cows and the goats in that second pasture over there where the big pond is, and just trying to get some ryegrass out up in here, keep it watered, and hopefully it will start growing good for us, and be able to utilize both of them. So, but yeah, and y'all can see where I've been working some up here, just trying to get some of the leaves up out of the pasture where the chickens have scratched it down, and just putting out some seed, y'all, and keeping my fingers crossed on that one, that it comes up and comes up good and comes up quick, because we just need it. The cows need it, the goats need it, and I'm gonna walk y'all out here. Hubby's fixing to walk around. I told y'all we had to make a trip to Tractor Supply. This right here is some clippings that he clipped off making room for the fence, and we stuck this over here for the cows and the goats, and they've eaten a pretty good bit off of it. I gotta finish getting my little piles up right around in there. And y'all, I was out here when I was cleaning, and I told hubby, I said, I'm really thinking on this. The goats up the hill, their pasture, y'all saw it, and those poor babies, they have nothing up there, but there's plenty of underbrush in through here, and you know, at least it'll give them something for a couple of weeks, hopefully longer. We're talking about maybe eventually even fencing off around this little area, because it's got a lot of undergrowth and brush that they can get in there and really have a field day with that, and kind of clear that out for us as well. But I was over here, and I don't know if y'all can see, try to get it close up. We've got some wild blackberries coming up really good for us in there too, so gonna have to get over there and get some of those picked whenever they get ripe for us. So yeah, we got some coming up. I don't know if y'all can see them or not. The wind's blowing, but we do have some coming up in there. So, you know, whether we plant it or God plants it for us, it's around. But y'all can see where hubby's come off of this fence right here, and he is going to go up and around our trail system right there that runs back behind the barn. And I'm gonna hand the phone over to him and let him kind of give y'all an idea of their area, probably a little bit better than I can. But at least, like I said, it's something, and that's better than nothing. So.
All right, I know she was showing y'all down there at the bottom where the fence is, and what it's going to do is come on the top of this trail and go right over there towards the back of the barn and hook into that fence and come right through here and down the trail right on the side of the fence where you see. And where she was down there in the cow pasture, and the fence goes up through the woods over there, way around and back down the trail here. And I was hoping to make it without having to go buy another expensive roll of wire, but as you can see, this one's about done for, and I still got it'll run out probably about 75 feet from the barn. So we got this up. It's pretty good and tight. I still got to put a T-post around here, but the fence is running right here. And got the T-post here. There's really not a whole lot of grass out there, but there is a lot of canes and vegetation for the goats. You can see the fence right here. going way down there. And then it goes back over to the cow pasture. So there isn't a lot of grass. There is a lot of grass down there. But our thought is, once the goats eat it down and have their fun with it, then we can cut a couple of these little trees down, get a little bit more sunlight in here, and then plant some grass and have another pasture. That will be good. And as you can see here, they have a nice sized little pond down there. It's actually a nice little thing. I'll walk down there and show you. So it's a good, cool, good, fresh water for them to come and get some water. I dug this out probably about 15 years ago. It's actually a nice little spring, and it stays even as hot as it is. It's only a very little bit down, but it's just enough that now it's not really going through the pipe going down to the catfish pond, but it's holding like it is now. So this will be a good area for them to come, and they'll be able to eat all this vegetation and stuff out here. And then we'll plant some grass seed and maybe make this will be a nice little area. And I have to come in here and get one poisonous plant, because this is the one I discovered when our kids had goats, and this killed like 3 or 4 of our goats. And it is this plant right here. And it don't look like much right now what's coming back, because I didn't even know what was in here, and the goats had ate it to the ground. And this is, I don't know the correct name for it, but my grandfather has always called this granddaddy graybeard. And it has like moss, like Spanish moss beards that are white, that hang down off of it during certain times of the year. And this right here, the kids were able to save one goat by giving it a bunch of Pepto-Bismol and everything else. The goats, they came out and found the goats laying on the ground, almost paralyzed and foaming at the mouth. And that is the reason, that granddaddy graybeard. So I will be, as soon as I get the rest of this fence up, hopefully today, I will be coming over here and digging this granddaddy graybeard up. So we'll get that out. All right, let me finish this up, and hopefully can let the goats get in here today. If not, they'll be in here first thing tomorrow.
I want y'all to take a look at this. Are these just not spoiled rotten? I call this the doggy daycare. They come in, get some nice cool water. Their food's not out in the heat to get them sick. And they come in here and they get cooled off. And this is what I call their nap time. Isn't that right, Doodle? It's nap time at the doggy daycare. Shep said he found him a nice cool spot on the den tile floor. That feels good, don't it, buddy? Say it's just too hot for some of these babies outside. Yeah, just a little too hot. I've got 12 sweet potato plants that Sal at Old Timey Seed Store said I can still plant these. I just got to get them planted. So I've got to get these things in some dirt ASAP. I'm gonna harvest out my lettuce in my raised bed here, and I'm going to put some of these, I think I'm just gonna do 6 in my raised bed back here, and probably put the rest up in our other garden with our beans and stuff if I can find a place for them up there. So anyway, get this lettuce out. I'm gonna take it in, get it washed off, and go ahead and get it in the refrigerator. It should last us about 2 weeks, and we'll be eating a lot of salad. I can also utilize this lettuce to feed to our new rabbits. They love it. I gave them some yesterday, and also our cows and our goats if we don't eat all of it, and then that way it doesn't go to waste. At least it's being utilized for something good. And this is some good lettuce, but it is so hot, and if I leave it out here too much longer, it's gonna go bad. So I don't want that to happen. It's always a good thing to utilize what you can when you can, and as our grandparents would say, don't let anything go to waste. So, and y'all can see I planted a bell pepper here. I stuck a tomato plant here, and this is places that we had already harvested out some of our lettuce. I've got another bell pepper here, and a couple of carrots that came up, like I told y'all, from whenever we pulled them out, and they're still in there. So I'm gonna leave those for now and see how they do, and at least get these sweet potatoes in the ground. We planted some up in another area this year, but y'all, the deer have come and completely eaten down all of our potatoes and our sweet potatoes. So you know, I guess the wildlife got something out of it as well. But we got to get some sweet potatoes planted so we can utilize them for ourselves around here, not just the deer. Hubby built this for me a couple of months ago, and he did a really good job getting it together, and a good way to utilize smaller areas for gardening. And y'all can see that's just a little old tiny one. It didn't, I don't think it had enough room to really spread out there. And look at old Shepherd. That's a spoiled baby too. Got him his fan going. He likes his fan.
Yeah, that he does. Can you tell how big the carrots are with your finger? Any size to them?
I don't know. They're kind of wavy.
About the size of a quarter or so.
You can see it right here.
Oh, okay. They're about the size of, almost about the size of a dime.
Yeah. So we'll leave those in there for now and let them do their thing. And if we need to go ahead and get them pulled out, I'll get them pulled out. And if they're too small for us to eat,
Yeah.
we'll give those to the rabbits as well. So.
Before we plant, is the soil soft a good ways down?
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's what you want for potatoes.
Yeah.
You don't want any hard soil because the potatoes will get deformed and won't grow very good if it's hard.
And you know, even though we got a raised bed here, I think the birds, we got a bird's nest right there.
Yeah, hang on, let me see if I can see. You got some baby birds. I don't know if y'all can see them. The baby birds hatched out because the mom and the daddy's been feeding them. I don't know if y'all saw anything up there or not.
But you know, we still get weeds, and I think it's just from the birds whenever they fly through and drop little seeds and stuff. So this is gonna be fun. This monkey grass is growing through up here too.
Yeah.
So you think one about right here?
I'd plant them straight down the middle. That way they can grow out, yeah.
Okay. Is that too close to the edge, you think?
No, that should be all right.
All right, and these are pretty long. You think I should bury them down some?
I'd probably put about an inch or so of stalk in there. That's another thing we grow down here good, really good. It grows good is monkey grass. We can I don't even know how to describe the monkey
Honestly,
grass.
the monkey grass, seriously, if we could plant our whole yard in monkey grass, it's not even affected by the heat.
No.
It's like the heat doesn't even affect it. It still
Yeah,
looks
and
good.
it grows so good. She'll take like plugs of it, like if we build a new area or a flower bed, she'll take like one hunk that's probably like maybe 2 foot by 1 foot wide or something like that, and chop it up in pieces and put it down. And within a year, it's already done about filled out. And it looks like this over here, where she planted that, just growing straight towards the wall right there.
Yeah.
It grows so good down here.
It really does. And you know, if any of you are not familiar with this type of monkey grass, that's what we call it down here. Y'all might have a different name for it from where you're from. But yeah, you can take it. Honestly, this needs to be split up now. It's getting so thick.
Yeah.
And you can dig it up. It does not kill it. Chop it in little sections, because that's what I did with all this monkey grass. I had little chunks about that big around and planted it, and y'all can see how full it gets.
Yeah.
And
actually, it's pretty hard to kill, because we've actually forgotten some. We'll pull it up and throw it on top of the ground, and it almost look like it's dead, but then all you do is water it a little bit, and the next day it's green again.
yeah.
You might only get 5 in there, the way you're.
Well,
That'll be all right.
Tomato plant right there.
Yeah. Let's get 4. I guess we'll find a home for some of them.
There's a carrot there.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do 4 of them, and we'll plant them all
All right.
up in the gardens, somewhere the deer won't eat them.
You think I'm putting them in deep enough?
Yeah. Yeah, you almost feel bad getting mad at the deer for coming in and eating your stuff that you're planting, because as dry as it is, they don't have anything to eat in the woods. Oh wow, it's already trying to start grow. Sweet potatoes there,
Yeah.
in the container.
Sure is.
So that's gonna be a good one. What kind? Oh wow, got a little sweet potato going already.
Yep.
I doubt one would do good if we planted one right in front of that. You could try it right there.
I'm just going to...
Because, see, the tomato will grow high, and the sweet potatoes, if I'm not mistaken, they'll grow low. They only get about this high. So it might do all right.
Can I just plant it right here?
I'd do it right in front of the tomato, honestly. And then, yeah, and then
In
just
front, right here?
a little further out. I meant,
Right here?
yeah, somewhere in there, yeah.
So we're gonna try this little thing and see what comes of it. All right. And luckily, that dirt still seems like it's pretty moist.
Yeah.
So it's doing good. It gets morning sun, some afternoon sun on the end here until the sun goes completely over, and then so hopefully being planted here, they'll get enough sun. But in the south, anything here that says full sun, y'all, full sun here is just, it's torture on
You could
your
fry
plants.
bacon in full sun here.
Yeah, so we tend to notice here anything that says full sun. If you plant it in like partial sun, it tends to do better. Because
Yeah.
the sun here, full sun, completely bakes stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll try it and see. And this is my first go around at sweet potatoes, and I love me some good sweet potato fries, y'all. Put a little bit of salt and cinnamon on them. Can't beat that. I'm just gonna put a little bit just around the peppers and the carrots.
All right, what she's putting out now is a little bit of the calcium.
Tomato tome, enriched in calcium. So I put a little bit just around. You don't want to get it right up against the plant, because the roots will grow out and they'll get it. But this provides calcium. I just put a little bit around the carrot, the bell peppers, the tomatoes, and I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of 10-10-10 fertilizer. So these sweet potatoes can get whatever nutrients they can after pulling the lettuce out, just in case that lettuce pulled anything out of the soil that we need to put back in for these sweet potatoes. So I'm gonna just go back through, put just a little bit of 10-10-10 and help enrich that soil a little bit better.
All right. Hey, y'all, look at this. I know she showed y'all the other day. I don't know. Look at this cluster of cherry tomatoes. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 tomatoes right there. There's 5 right there that's growing. There's just clusters of them, little cherry tomatoes. We are going to be, there's another cluster of like 10. And there's another. These things are absolutely loaded with cherry tomatoes. We're going to be feeding these to the pigs and eating them and giving them to the family and everything else.
And the chickens.
The chickens.
Yeah, we're going to have definitely not a lack of cherry tomatoes, but I'm looking forward to a nice, good salad tonight with a little bit of bell pepper, some cut up onion, and some cherry tomatoes, because I've already got at least a handful or more off.
Yeah.
They're already ripe. And I see we've got another ripe one there.
There's one over there, yeah.
Right. So, yeah, we'll be eating a nice salad, especially after being out in this heat all day. That'll be something very nice and cool and not too heavy on your stomach for sure. So,
yeah. All right, so she came around and put just a little bit of 10-10-10 in here around everything, just to give everything a little kick and start. We got to water it now. I was just gonna tell y'all a little something about fertilizer that we learned the hard, well, my dad learned the hard way, and I learned it a little bit. Any fertilizer, it don't matter if it's 10-10-10, it don't matter 13-13-13, any fertilizers. You need to make sure if you're going to store them in a shed or something, you need to store them away from anything that's valuable. My parents had a house, and it was probably, you could walk up under the house. It was up on cement blocks where you could actually walk up under it, and they had it kind of walled in, and he stored stuff up under the house. Well, he actually was keeping my mom, because she's big into potting and growing her own plants and stuff like that, and had a bunch of fertilizers and stuff. But he was storing the fertilizer up under the house, and it was a good probably 12 to 15 feet away from their air conditioning unit that used to be up under the house, the air handler part, the inside part. And the nitrogen from the fertilizer actually ate the entire air conditioning, the fins inside of it, the cooling coils. It ate the housing around the unit, around the cooling coils. It turned it, you could stick your finger through the fins, and he actually had to have the whole air conditioning unit replaced, which is in the $5,000 and $6,000 range. And all his tools that he had hanging up under that house, it rusted and ate the finish off of all the tools up under the house. And just anything, the nitrogen, you need to be careful where you store it. I wouldn't store it up under your house or anything like that, or store it right in a shed. Try to keep it away from stuff or in a sealed container, because the nitrogen will mess up a lot of things in your shed or your house.
Y'all can see I got me a nice cool rag around my neck, and if you're outside in the heat, get you an ice pack, put some ice in a rag, or just a nice cool damp rag, stick it around your neck, and it definitely helps to keep your body cool. So I broke me up a little bit of lettuce that we just harvested, and I'm gonna take this and give it to our little rabbits. These babies have already it's like they've been here forever. So we got them a little hay in here, and they've already eaten their feed I put in here. Well, they dumped it over. Y'all didn't eat it all, you dumped it. Yeah, so we'll get that fit back in here. And I am going to put them some lettuce in here. I gave them some lettuce yesterday, and they ate it all, didn't you? Homegrown lettuce is cow and rabbit approved around here. That's some good lettuce, isn't it, Brownie? Yeah. Nancy says she agrees. I'm gonna give y'all a really quick garden update. You know, we're still fighting the weeds and just trying to stay on top of it. So right here, y'all can see we've got some watermelon planted, and got a couple of them actually planted throughout, and already getting some watermelons coming up. So we've got a pretty good size one coming up over here already. Look at that. So these are the crimson sweet watermelon. Got another one coming up. We got a bunch of little ones. There's one right here, and y'all can see we got some weeding to do. Y'all, in this area right here, this is the lower garden up from that one that hubby quick came in, took the grass off the top earlier before the season really got started, and came in through here with some hay. And y'all can see where he put the hay out, where it's grassing over. So we got to get out here and get that pulled up. But this one, honestly, y'all, isn't horrible bad. It's not as bad as it looks on camera, I guess. So, but we got some butter beans, string beans, some black-eyed peas, pole beans, and already starting to get some harvest off of all these beans in here. So we got all the way down 2 rows, and there's a watermelon, and they're coming up pretty good. Just get in here and get all this grass weed pulled out of here, and we're trying to keep it watered. And as y'all can see, it looks pretty dry. That's just the nature of the beast. But everything so far, luckily, like I said, as dry as it is, we've been getting some harvest. And these are the sunflowers that hubby planted, and these are different varieties. I'm gonna have to go back and look because I can't remember right off the top of my head. I think one is supposed to be like a big red bloom, so I was kind of excited about those, and I'm not sure. I'm thinking it's these that are supposed to be like the red flowers. So they're different types of leaves on them. But y'all can see they're already starting to get some blooms. They just haven't blossomed out yet. And I'm excited about those to see them. So as you can see, sorry y'all, my shadow. Some doing good, some not so good. So, and look how dry this sand is. It's just all the way. Well, I came out here, watered real good yesterday, y'all. So it does look like, it does look like there is a little bit of moisture up underneath there. So that's a good thing, but I think it's a little bit too late for these. So, but luckily, we still got more that are hanging in there. And that one right there, look at that pretty sunshine. That yellow, that is so pretty. Reminds me of just a pretty sunshine. And so that one's already got a bloom on it. So, but it looks like something's getting a hold of the leaves. So, and right now, hubby's up here and getting me a spot ready so I can get those squash plants and other tomato plants up here in the garden. And y'all can see it looks a little bit better in some spots. And you can see where I came out, started putting some pine shavings down. Y'all, I noticed that squash plant right there has had some squash bugs on it. So I'm trying to catch them as I can so they don't get down in the root system and completely kill it. But got the squash and zucchini coming up. We've already started getting some off of that. The corn looks like it's trying. I came out here and spreaded some chicken manure, a little bit of calcium, and we've just been watering. So hopefully that was just like just a couple of days ago. So hopefully that will take in and start doing good for us. So it's coming along, and as long as it's getting something out of it, hey, you can't complain. Not at all. God provides, and that's what we're thankful for. I hope y'all can hear me with the rototiller going in the background, but I just wanted to show y'all our fig tree. And you know, we've kind of shown this tree quite a lot in our videos, because this tree, y'all, we are so proud of it. It does, and y'all are probably wondering, why in the world are you so proud of that little stumpy little fig tree right there? Y'all, this tree, it was so big and so pretty, and the deer just came in and ate it slap to the ground. And we started noticing it was starting to try to come back up, and every time it would, the deer would just come, eat it to the ground. And hubby put some fencing around it to keep the deer off of it. And look, and we have so many figs coming up off of it. I hope y'all can see these. So it's just producing very, very well now, and we're just so excited about it this year. I don't think that I can remember any time in my lifetime, and I might be wrong and just don't remember, but ever tasting a fig. So I'm really looking forward. Hubby says they're so good, and hubby really likes fig preserves. So I am going to have to harvest these figs when they're ready and try to find a good recipe and surprise him with some good homemade fig preserves. Fingers crossed. So we'll see. You never know until you try, right? And that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna try. Even though we've been up here pulling weeds, we still haven't really gotten over, unfortunately, in this spot, because every time we attempt to come out here, it's always something else comes up, or just too late in the day, or just not enough time in the day. So this corn right here that is so stunted, I was talking to hubby, we may just honestly pull that up and just come through and replant something else right along just in that area. And but the rest of it, it's starting and it's trying, and we've got several ears of corn already producing. So hopefully they're not going to be stunted or anything wrong with them, or the bugs get a hold of them before we can harvest them. And our okra is doing amazing, and hubby knows that I like okra, so he always, the past year or two that we've been planting okra, he's always planted extra because he knows how much I like it. I think I'm almost about the only one between, well, he doesn't like it as much as I do. I can eat okra fried, steam broiled, I don't know, pickled, anyway. And you know, I guess it's just a matter of taste, but I just love okra. So he made sure he planted some extra, and even came back. These right here, y'all can see they're not as big, and the reason why, because he actually came back in and planted some more after he planted those. He wanted to make sure I had plenty of okra, y'all. So I am not complaining. And here's my other cucumber plants. And I think I saw a cucumber. Yes, I did. On this one. We got one coming up. And actually, I think I harvested another one off of that one yesterday. I did. So, yeah. 2 more over here on this side. And some beans. Not sure what kind those are. I haven't harvested anything of those yet. So, we're just going to wait. I believe they're butter beans. Because I'm seeing now we got some beans coming off. So all these in here must be butter beans. Unfortunately, when hubby came out to plant the garden, he really didn't make a diagram of where he put what. But, you know, most things when it comes up, you can definitely tell what it is. But for our viewers, when we're trying to explain it to y'all, before you start actually seeing what comes off of it, sometimes, like the beans, sometimes it's hard to tell what's what until it starts producing. So anyway, so it's looking good and it's coming along right now. We watered it really good this morning, and I've been trying to make a habit coming out here daily, getting this watered really good. But y'all can see in the heat of the day, it definitely starts looking a little worn and wilted. So, but all the tomatoes are doing really good. Even this little guy that was struggling, starting to look a lot better. And I came through and put some calcium around our vegetable plants, tomatoes. Got some eggplant coming up. Already got 2 on there. I don't know if you can see both of them or not because of the leaf. So they're starting to look better. And more cherry tomatoes. And Bonnie's Best planted out here. And classic beefsteak. And I can't remember the other one. Look at that bell pepper coming on. So got some jalapenos. Lots of jalapenos, y'all. We are not going to be a shortage supply of those either. So this little guy's trying, and that calcium that I put around is definitely, y'all can tell the difference. I'm sorry. I said y'all, but I did come out here a couple days ago, and I personally can tell a huge difference in just that little bit of calcium. And that's that tomato tone that we showed y'all. And you don't put it right up on the stalk. You just put it out away from the plant a little bit on the ground, water it, and the root system will reach out and grab that calcium coming down in there. So, and there's what was my beautiful sunflower. And so it's starting to not look so beautiful anymore, but we will definitely be cutting the heads off of those and saving the seeds. That was a volunteer sunflower, and it is done beautifully in this garden. And I want y'all to look. I'm just going to come around here and show y'all. Y'all, that thing's literally about that big around. That's a big stalk on that sunflower, and it's done so good for us. So, and y'all, these are, look at this. I'm so excited. These are my Bonnie's Best that we planted when we came out and put this cattle panel out. And y'all, those were little tiny, no bigger than your pinky finger when we put them out here. And we were just trying to get them out and hoping that they would hang in there and do good for us. And they are doing really good. So got to get out here and get some of this grassy weed up around it. But that's what we're fighting with this year. Every time we come out here and we feel like we're making progress, we water, and the weeds and the grass, it comes right back up. So It's a never-ending process. But, you know, that's what it takes, and we'll just continue doing what it takes to keep making our garden grow. Right next to this garden and our other little garden down there, y'all, we've got this beautiful pear tree. And this thing is absolutely loaded. Oh my goodness, that breeze feels so good. Oh, don't y'all just love it on a hot summer day? And you get that cool breeze come through. It just feels so good. It's like a breath of fresh air. Look at this. It's just loaded. And we never have had a problem producing or harvesting pears down here since we have been here. These trees have been down here since Nana and Poppy, and they produce very well. So this tree right next to it, y'all, this is a walnut tree, and such a pretty tree, and it gives good shade. Probably not the best for the garden, but we do get lots of walnuts off of that tree every year. And right beside that, y'all, we have another pear tree, and this one still got a lot of pears on it coming out. I believe this is a different variety of pears, but still, y'all can see we are not lacking pears around here. So if worst case scenario and nothing else produces, we got plenty of pears. Hubby's laughing at me.
Well, the sad thing is I don't like pears that much. I like them. I like them when you buy them at the can at the grocery store and they're heavy syrup. They're good, but
Right. But you know what? I look at it this way. If you were in a situation where you had nothing else to eat and you were hungry,
I'd eat a pear.
Exactly. So, hubby and I came over and took us a seat in the grass, the dead grass,
Yeah, the dead grass.
in the shade. And I think we're going to call it a day and go in and make us a nice cool salad, a nice cup of ice cold water.
Yeah.
And take some showers, catch up on pinball,
Yeah.
and
Snuggle with the puppers.
snuggle with the puppies, and call it a night. And just know that we're still thinking about all of you that are suffering right now from this crazy weather, and definitely keeping y'all in our prayers, and enjoy all of you being with us. And just tickled pink, like my shirt. I could not get any more pink, tickled pink than I am. I'm just so ecstatic by the amount of you that have decided to follow our journey.
Yeah.
And coming along with us. Y'all, it just makes me so happy that hopefully we're able, in our experience or lack of experience, talking about myself more so, but you know, I'm learning so much, and it's just such a great experience. And if I can take my lack of knowledge and learn along the way and be able to share with y'all what I am learning and doing around here, whether it works for you or you're doing something else, you know, just to be able to share this experience with y'all, and hopefully inspiring a lot of you too that were kind of like me, a little scared and iffy because never done this before. It can be done, and it's a lot of work. It's not hard. It's a lot of hard work, but it is so worth it. It is so worth it, especially when I sit down tonight and I cut me up some fresh lettuce that has been sprayed with no chemicals or anything. I mean, it's delicious. I can't even explain it.
I think it's also the thought that you don't have to worry about your fresh, healthy meal killing you.
Right, exactly.
With pesticides and herbicides and...
Yeah, so I don't know. It's just this lifestyle, honestly, is truly a blessing. And definitely I have found my purpose and my calling. You know, it gets overwhelming, just like with anything in life. You know, or caring for my animals. I wake up every morning and I'm like, oh boy, let me rush out and go feed my livestock. And no, because we all have days that we're tired, we're dragging, you know, not feeling up to par a lot of times. You know, but it gives you that motivation regardless, because you know it has to be done. I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you talk in a minute. Okay. I'm bad about talking a lot, but you know, regardless, a good day, bad day, it's worth it. It is so worth it, and I would not change this lifestyle for anything.
No. And if I was just going to say, if you drag a little bit too far behind, Baroni will remind you. He sits out there mooing until she comes out.
Yes, he does. And you know, he'll let me know if I'm walking by, and if I'm in the pasture out with him, he'll let me know. He'll butt me in the butt.
Yeah.
He'll let me know. He's like, hello, lady, you need to show me some attention. So I'm needing something from you, right? They'll let you know. And as long as you're feeding them and you're providing good shelter for them, making sure they have water, and you know, for the most part, you're good to go.
Yeah.
So you know, you just got to watch them and make sure that they stay in a protected area and safe from the other wildlife that you're trying to keep out. But I wouldn't change this for anything. Mm-hmm. It's peaceful, and it's a peaceful lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, like she was saying, but then at the end of the day, when you sit back and you start looking at all the stuff you've accomplished, like the watermelons growing and the corn and the squash and just all the tomatoes and stuff, it's actually kind of relaxing,
right,
to know that you did something. You did it. Right,
exactly. With the help of God. Yeah. Because everything that we're getting right now is truly a blessing. Mm-hmm. It's truly a blessing. Oh, yeah. And God is providing for us.
Yeah, as dry as it is, if he didn't have his hand in it, this would already be dead.
Yes, it would. So you know that he has his hand in it.
Yeah.
And he's looking out for us. And so amazing to just watch things produce and flourish, and to know that, you know, that's how we survive. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we're so glad y'all came along with us today, and we just really enjoy all of you being here. You're such a blessing to us as well. And I'm just sitting here looking at our garden, our weedy garden, but it's our garden. Yep. So I'm just thankful for it. And so thankful for hubby and all his hard work coming out here and getting it tilled up and getting it planted. And, you know, he did a really good job, and I'm proud of him. I'm really proud of him. Got
well, thank you, ma'am.
Gnats and stuff flying around.
Yeah.
But
I was just going to say, too, not only do you have to worry about the farmers putting the stuff on it, most grocery stores, if you realize it or not, if you've probably ever been in the produce department, you'll see the little misters come on, like, you know, spraying the lettuce and spraying the celery and all that stuff to keep it wet. There's I was told that there's chemicals in that to make it perk back up.
Right.
So it'll look like appetizing and fancy to the consumer. So not only you got to worry about it coming from the farmer's field with all the herbicides and pesticides on it, the grocery stores are spraying it with stuff to keep it healthy looking so you'll buy it.
Right. So who knows what all's going in our food.
No.
And cutting our lifespan short.
Yeah.
So it's nothing like growing your own. And, you know, we definitely plant heirloom seeds. I'm not planting anything that is genetically modified. I just, you know, if it came down to worst case scenario and we needed it to produce something for the time being for our survival, that would probably be the only time that I would be okay. But I still question it, because if it's modified genetically, then it can't be good for our system, you know. Anything that man puts his hands into and takes away from God's original creation is very questionable to me. But I don't know. We can sit and ramble all day long and, you know, just enjoy chatting with y'all, and, you know, would love to hear a lot of your thoughts and comments on, you know, what our mainstream media is saying about us homesteaders and preppers and our hoarding ways. You know, how are your gardens doing for you this year? I know a lot of you, like us, are suffering from this kind of drought season. And, you know, yeah, just y'all reach out to us. Let us know where you're from and what kind of things you enjoy, hobbies or whatever. We really want to get to know each of you individually as much as we possibly can, and you know, just form that family type relationship with all of you. It's a great community, and you know, we all just stick together. So we hope all of y'all have a good evening, rest well, and prepare. Y'all make sure you prepare. It's like going anywhere on a round trip. Don't let the mainstream media stop you from what your goals are.
No.
And that's just false information. But y'all be safe out there, and just stay peaceful. Enjoy your farm, enjoy your homestead, enjoy each other, and love one another. And we appreciate y'all. God bless. Y'all come back and see us soon. So I just wanted to give y'all a little peek on part of supper tonight. I told y'all I was going to come in and make us a good salad. And everything in this bowl was grown here in our garden. And you cannot get this freshness and the taste from store-bought. Look at this. That is a good-looking salad, if I say so myself. And we are going to enjoy that after being out in this heat today. And we are just so blessed and so thankful for what God provides.